Coach praised the way you've been playing, and you're playing up in your home state. So, how much of a factor is that to be up here in your home state, and then also the way you've been playing throughout your career, and with this extra time you've gotten, you've really taken advantage of it.
Thanks, Michael, for the question. It's been obviously really amazing to be up here in Washington, and obviously to have 3 games in basically a week is really, really fun. It's better than having practice, of course. So I'm just really excited to be up here. Obviously, it's really nice to be a little bit older and have people be able to come to my hometown and everything. I wish we weren't in COVID, but yeah, it's great. I wish people could be at games, but I'm still enjoying every moment of playing. So, yeah.
I'll go to Daniel Martinez Crams. Go ahead, Daniel.
And Coach made it seem like you really took it as a personal challenge to be guarding Charlize. Wondering what you thoughts on, because you had 2 really fantastic games guarding her.
Yeah, obviously she's a phenomenal player. She's leading the conference in scoring, leading the conference in steals. So she's obviously a phenomenal player. Obviously I didn't do all of that on my own. I had a lot of help. And Lacey did a great job coming in and also doing really well on her. So it was really a team effort. But it was like personal, like I always want to do my best on defense. And so, yeah, it was just a challenge, and I look forward to that and embracing that as much as possible. So it was really fun guarding her. So, yeah.
Well, now I'll go to Michelle Vopel. Go ahead, Michelle.
Yeah, you've talked a lot on these Zooms about just your progress as a defensive player, and how much you've taken pride in that. Is it fun to be do you look after the game? I mean, is there a little bit of like, okay, this was a really good shutdown? Does that part of what has made you a good defensive player, not just that you take pride in it, but you really enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it. Obviously, we have great scorers on our team with Haley, Kiana, Cam, Haley, Lexi. So, we have great scorers on our team. And so where I know that I can contribute to the team is through my defense and leading in that regard. I think for me, like being an older player on the team, like really understanding scout reports and stuff like that and what people really like to do, I take that personally. And just using that to my advantage as much as possible and being strategic and stuff. Obviously, we have mistakes that happen on the court, and sometimes I get switched onto a bigger player and just trying to work through that. But I think that it's really, really fun going out throughout the game, trying to put that puzzle together. And obviously with this week having a challenge of playing her on the leading scorer on Wednesday and then playing her on Friday, it was going to be a big challenge for me in terms of being able to replicate that or duplicate that into the next game. And so I thought that was going to be really fun, and it was. And our team did really, really great. And obviously I didn't do it all alone. So it's really a team effort in terms of shutting down someone who's as skilled as she is.
Could you kind of tell, because this is such an odd situation to play the same team so close together, could you tell she was trying to do different things? Like, was it sort of a little bit of a chess match there that you could see she was trying to do different things than the other day, and you were kind of prepared for that?
I think the biggest thing for me was setting a tone on Wednesday, because if I come out and I don't play well on Wednesday defensively, then she probably thinks that she has the upper hand on Friday. So I think for me it was just like trying to see what she, especially the first few minutes of the game, just trying to get a feel of how quick she is and stuff like that, and where she wants to score. I think that where we had trouble on was a little bit of the cross screen, because I wasn't going to help onto the big player. But throughout the game, we got better at that too. And obviously she's a little bit bigger than me. So trying to see if she's going to post me up as much as, she did or didn't. I think that was going to be the interesting part, was how I was going to be able to handle that. But I think overall our team did really great in terms of helping over. If we had a player that we wanted to help off of, I thought we did a really great job of that. Lacey did a really great job when she came in, defended her, and she did the exact same thing that I did. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Next up is Cheryl Cower. Go ahead, Cheryl.
I had a similar question on the fun aspect. Are there certain aspects of your defensive game that you get you really riled up and that you get really excited about? Like some players who really are good on defense love blocking and some love to steal. Are there things like that for you that get you really excited and riled up?
Yeah, I think throughout my progression as a defensive player, I think early on, I feel like I'm pretty quick, but I feel like I tried to reach for steals a lot of time. Something that I had to learn over the course of playing was being content with them taking shots that I wanted to give them. So I think that the most fun thing for me was taking away things that they like to do and forcing them into situations that I want them to do or take, or shots that I want them to take. So forcing my hand on that. I think that just getting stops and charges, anytime my teammates get charges, I get really excited about that. So I think that's something that I get really excited about, and just making them take, contested shots and stuff. Nothing too fancy, just wanting to get as many stops as possible and not let them get as many touches or scores. So
Thanks. It is fun to watch.
thank you.
We'll now go to RJ Bates. Yeah, go ahead, RJ.
Hi, Anna. Congratulations on the win. After the Oregon game, you said it was kind of scary that you guys could beat a team that good game. And I'm just, how far away or how close is this team to having that A game and to being at kind of the top of your potential?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want us to peak too early. We still got a while to go. So I think that just putting the pieces together as we keep going along is good. Obviously, that game was really special just because we had three really big contributors in terms of leadership, scoring, and just all around great player. So I think that's why I was kind of saying that and why it was so important for us to win that game. And of course, I think we've had 2 games since then that we dropped, but obviously, it's a really long season. And luckily we get to go back to Maples here soon. So that's really exciting. So hopefully we'll have some really great games in there. It's just really fortunate. We're really fortunate to be able to wrap up this 60-day on the road thing and get back home soon. So, I hope that the A game is like AA game is coming up soon. But I'm not too like focused on that, just, putting our best foot forward in each game. And the pieces will come together. So
Thanks, Anna.
Yeah.
And we will close it out with Daniel Martinez-Crams. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, Anna, one more thing. You mentioned earlier about Key being just a fantastic scorer, and I think today she passed Coach Stedding for 13th all time in the program history. You've probably seen all of her career points. Wondering what you see of her as just a scorer.
Daniel, I have been around for all of her scores. I have. And obviously that's really awesome for Key. I think that, our team is really excited for anyone who has success and everything. So, I'm really excited for Key. She is an incredible scorer. She makes really tough shots, and she makes it look really easy. And so I'm really excited for her. Obviously, her best is yet to come. And so I'm excited to see her play a really great team here coming up. Obviously we have an interesting week coming up with going back to Maples. And so I'm excited to see her score a little bit in Maples too.
All right. Thank you very much, Anna.
All right, see you guys. Thanks.
Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll send out a recording of this shortly.